welcome to another episode of Afro-Scientific Spirituality. My name is Efe West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on the channel, you're highly welcome. This is the place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concept from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I still want to talk about the topic of the evil forest. I had a very interesting conversation yesterday with a practitioner from Ghana, and he has some things to say about the evil forest. His position was that he thought that some of our ancient African ancestors may be wrong in setting up places or classifying some deities as evil, that they consider these deities as evil to the point that they have to create a space to trap them inside that space and to contain them. He is of the position that the ancient ancestors that were practicing this sort of thing do not have enough knowledge or wisdom to find a way to work with these deities, with these recalcitrant spirits, so that they can be able to use these spirits for positive purposes in their community, as in for defensive purposes, to protect them, use these deities to protect themselves from invading enemies, or to use them to attack or harness invading people, or to attack people that we try to destroy them, or to be able to use these powers of these evil deities that have been trapped in the evil forest for beneficial purposes. So he strongly believes that we should not classify these deities as evil, or we should not actually see any spirit as an evil spirit or as a bad spirit, that something that we classify as bad may be good to some other people, and spirits that can be classified as also bad or evil too can also have a positive aspects to them. So he doesn't just see the reason why some group of people should reach the conclusion that certain spirits are just to be classified as mainly or totally evil, and we should have nothing to do with them. So this is his position, and he strongly believes that we should find ways, we as practicing spiritualists should find ways to work with these evil deities, or to understand them, so as to be able to work with them or see how we can be able to get something good out of them or use them for some purposes. So his own position is that we should open ourselves up to these evil deities, or we should find a way to work with them, to find out what we can be able to use them to do. So we had this conversation yesterday for almost an hour. It was an interesting conversation. So I decided to bring it here on this channel. You know, I promised that I'll be talking about how to create a sacred forest today, but due to the conversation I had with him, I decided to do a follow-up on the discussion on this very topic. Maybe it will bring some interesting insights to some people, or it can bring another point of view to the whole situation of the thing. So I also want to accept my position on what I think about the whole issue of the setting up of the evil forest. So I still, in my own opinion, again, an observation, I still see the evil forest as a sort of a spiritual prison. It's not necessarily the fact when we say the forest is evil, meaning that the forest is an evil place. It is just a space, a patch of land that have been set aside for a particular purpose. Just like modern day, we build prisons, penitentiaries, or correction facilities to house people that have evil tendencies or dangerous tendencies towards society. This is exactly the way the evil forest was designed to house spirits that are dangerous, that are deemed dangerous to the general community. So the evil forest should be seen as a sort of spiritual prison for for housing stubborn or dangerous spirits. So why will such a place be created for this kind of entities by some group of people? I also have the understanding that good and evil are part of nature. These evil deities that we are calling evil, devilish, or malevolent deities, they are also part of nature. Nature is not perfectly good all the time. We can see this in the characteristics. I have said it in the previous video that God may not be perfect before because nature is not perfect. You can see times we see the behavior of nature. We have natural disasters that we destroy the parts of the planet and destroy a lot of life. We have earthquakes, tsunamis, storms. You can have floodings, a lot of floodings, even a lightning strike that will lead to large fires, bushfires. This happens every year. These are all natural phenomena. They are not caused by any action of man. We can say they are caused by God. And when this happens, if you are unfortunately at that very place at the wrong time, you are at the wrong place at the wrong time, nature does not care who is there. You are going to be killed quite naturally. People have died, villages have been run over by multi-magmas and stuff like that. This is how nature operates. So nature also is good and also is evil. The only thing we can do is to learn how to live with it, to protect ourselves from it. There's nothing we can actually do about evil. And I strongly believe that our ancient ancestors, they might have some sort of this ideology or reasoning, and what they have been able to discover that there are some certain spirits that you just cannot work with. There are some certain deities you just cannot reason with. These are deities that are totally evil or totally off-key or totally insane. There are some certain parts of humanity that decided to take a very, very controversial and dangerous philosophy to life that they cannot coexist with the rest of humanity. For instance, let's take a group like ISIS. The way ISIS is, are there a group that you cannot reason with ISIS? Take a group like Boko Haram. This is a terrorist group that have come out and say that Western education is dangerous. They don't want school, they don't want progress, they don't want technology, but they use technology to kill people. They don't want anything good for humanity. They want to go back to the stone ages of Muhammad's time, that is how the world should be. There is no reasoning with those kind of people. The only thing you can do is to take them out or imprison them forever. We have people that have such kind of dangerous philosophy. We also have some spirits that are like that. These are total spirits of death, spirits of chaos, of destruction, that what they know how to do is to destroy. That is only what they know how to do, to withhold progress, to go against any force of progress. As the light is bringing the rays, they are anti-nature, they are anti-progress, they are anti-growth, they are anti-evolution, they are anti-everything that will bring life and that will bring growth to the world. So we have this kind of elemental spirits. It is just their nature. You cannot actually say they are bad. They are just doing what they are designed to do. Because if there is too much growth, once again, it is bad. If the sun shines 24 hours of the day and there is no darkness, there is no moon, we cannot stay on this planet. Everybody will die. It will be so hot, the growth will be too much, it will overrun the planet, and nobody can live here. So there is need for this balance, there is need for the moon to come, there is need for the sun to time out, and there is need for the darkness to take over, to bring that coolness, to retard growth and progress in a certain way. So the main thing we need is balance in nature. We need to find the balance, equilibrium. So that is how we can be able to live. Being that as it is, we need to understand the light and the darkness. Part of what we do in spirituality is to understand all the aspects of nature so that we can be able to live in harmony with it. But in studying this darker aspect of nature, you will discover that there are certain spirits or deities or certain aspects of nature that you just cannot understand, you just cannot control, you just cannot reason with. When you come across this kind of situation, what do you do? How do you do? You contain it. Okay? You contain it. You just cannot reason with it. You just cannot say, okay, I cannot use this to destroy my enemies. Maybe you can succeed on using it to destroy. What after it destroys your enemies, it will come back to destroy you. There are things like that. There are people like that. Imagine a partnership with ISIS or Boko Haram to destroy somebody else. Then after they finish the work, they turn back against you. We have spirits like that, that when you invoke them, you send them on a mission. After completing the job, they are not just going to stop. They want to do more. They want to see more action. You cannot send them away. They now come back to you to start controlling you or try to destroy you. There are spirits like that. Not all spirits you can reason with. So when you come across such kind of deities, you just cannot work with them. You lock them up. You cannot even destroy them. You can just only restrain them for a while. Eventually, they will still escape when their time comes. Evil cannot be totally destroyed, but you can only restrain them for a while. That is how it has always been. We have seen this phenomenon in many ancient cultures. In Africa, we have this evil forest. In ancient Egypt, we see this a lot, whereby some people commit abominations, then they are cursed. Their souls are trapped with a lot of powerful spells, and then they are buried. Sometimes they are buried alive. These are people that are buried with enchantment that even stops them from, they cannot even reincarnate. And they also place extra curses on top of the enchantment that whoever tries to release them will also be affected by those curses. We have a lot of cases like that in ancient Egypt, ancient Sudan, even in West Africa. We have a lot of cases where people commit abomination. They are cursed and they are banned and they are buried like that. These are ancient witches and wizards that even if people attempt to break them out or to give them a proper burial, they are also will be affected by these causes. So I am still on the position that there are certain spirits that we just cannot reason with. Okay, certain spirits we just cannot reason with, and we need to be very, very careful. There are some dark spirits that we have. We don't know where they come from. We have this a lot, especially in Western occultism. You're going to see lots of grimoires and lots of spirits, and we tell you so many stories that they are legion, they are 200, 300, 400,000. Where do they come from? We don't know. They never tell you where they come from. They never tell you their origin. They never even tell you which people in history have been venerating them, but they want you to work with them. We have a lot of spirits like that. So we should be very, very careful with the kind of spirits we do things with. Most times it's better to work with spirits that people know, spirits that have a track record, they have an origin, we know the people that have been venerating them, we know what they have done for humanity in the time past, we know the works they have done. It's better to venerate those kind of spirits than for spirits that people don't really have much information about. And then when these spirits will not even want to tell you where they come from, that is some things to suspect again. So I still think that the notion of the evil forest is a good idea by ancient people to trap certain deities that have decided to manifest themselves in human form to cause chaos in the human community. And I strongly believe that due to the fact that many of these evil forests were destroyed when the missionaries came to Africa, they were given lands to build their church and to start their operations. Many of these spirits that were trapped, that were banded, were able to escape from these evil places. And those spirits have reincarnated back into this planet to be perpetrating their evil upon the planet and lives of people that maybe initially abandoned them. And that will explain why we have so many evil things happening in the continent right now and in the world. I strongly believe that many of those spirits have escaped and that they are now here to live as human beings with us to perpetrate their evils. So this is the way I see it. I would still like to know more opinions about this very topic. I would like to know your opinions. Questions and comments are welcome. Like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to get my videos. And I will see you in the next video. So take care and bye. Peace.